Here's Sean Hannity. Hannity says the Secret Service used a drone camera to ID a suspect. Sean Hannity was called in.
Anyway, so long story short is President Trump, they were on the fifth hole. They were about to go up to putt.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hannity's got direct updates. He's so distraught. Look at him. He's like, my boyfriend was shot at.
Whatever shocked Senator Blumenthal into saying that the public will be shocked and appalled at what we learned about Butler, it really, I shudder to think on top of that, what happened today, because a gun, a rifle, high-powered rifle, got within short range of President Trump.
Oh my God, they're talking about it like liberals. Oh my God. He said a long-barreled assault-style weapon.
To get
they must
a
be
description
banned.
of the vehicle, the individual,
Hey,
because of drone footage, credit for that. But why did he have any access to that distance with that rifle around a president? That has to be asked. That has to be answered.
Sean, those are excellent questions that we do need to have answered.
Now you want gun control? A high-powered assault-style weapon with a long barrel was near the vicinity of our president, our big, beautiful president, Donald Trump. Excuse me, we need to do something about this. How is this happening? Damn, Hannity. I thought we were on board. I thought we were gunned up, dog. I thought you were a real one. The answer is more good guys with guns, dude. More good guys with guns.
And the way Steve Witkoff, now, just as a little bit of background, Arthel, I happened to go to breakfast with Steve Witkoff and another friend of mine this morning, and I was invited to play golf. They happen to be really good golfers. I don't have a lot of time to play golf, so I said thank you, but I'm not going to go out on the golf course and get killed out there. But long story short, so they were playing, they were on the fifth hole. And the way Steve described this, the way the president described it, they both had exactly the same story, which was that they heard pop, 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 pop. And Steve went into great specificity and great detail as to what happened right after. Within seconds, the Secret Service pounced on the president, covered him. You had snipers with tripods. They knew the direction where the shots had been fired, and they had eyes on the location where the shots had been fired. And long story short, they were I have confirmed with both the president and with Mr. Witkoff that the gun has been found. They identified it as an AK-47. And thanks to Secret Service drone video coverage, they were able to identify one individual involved in this shooting getting into a car after dropping the AK-47. And my understanding, according to both of them, is that that car has been identified, and I believe it's been surrounded. Whether or not that person has been apprehended or not, I don't know. This happened in a matter of seconds. A little more color, a little bit more details on this is that when they got on top of the president, immediately what is called a fast cart that I believe has steel reinforcement and protection was able to whisk the president away, and then the Secret Service immediately sprung into action.
They pounced on him. But where was Laura Loomer? This is what happens when you when you push aside the throat goat.
They had eyes on where the shooting had occurred. I saw the New York Post report that these were two people shooting at each other outside the course. I do know, and they did confirm that the shots were outside of the course, but certainly seemingly within range of the former president. So we don't have any details on any of that. They don't know that part. I only know the part of what they experienced while they were playing golf at Trump International in West Palm. Thankfully, the president is safe. Steve Witkoff is safe. The Secret Service apparently acted with incredible speed and professionalism, and but certainly alarming in every way imaginable in light of what happened in Butler, as you mentioned.
Yeah, of course, this is very alarming. And Sean, have you spoken to the former president or texted with him?
I have spoken with the president 3 times since this incident, and each time I got a new piece of information. One, that they had found, first of all, what happened with the shooting. The second thing, that they had found an AK-47. Third, right, that their drone footage was able to give them enough surveillance to identify the exact car.
Trump released a statement. Let's see what he had to say. Piers Morgan. There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well. Nothing will slow me down. I will never surrender. I will always love you for supporting me. Unity, peace, make America great again. May God bless you, Donald J. Trump. One thing I do know is that copycats exist, right? Like once there was one guy that did it, other people will try to do it as well in order to either make a name for themselves or whatever. If they find this to be like a mechanism where they can get like fame, instead of going to schools or malls or whatever, they might like actually start opening fire on Donald Trump over and over again. At which case, we might actually get some gun control, which is crazy. I guess that's the silver lining of the situation overall.
That the individual involved in this shooting got into, and further detail that they gave me was that they were updated and told that.
Yeah, confirmed by CNN, the shooter didn't actually shoot. Evan Perez said on CNN's live coverage, the reason why there were shots fired was from the Secret Service side is they believe this person was poised to fire shots, perhaps in the direction of the former president. They were trying to prevent this from happening. They also, ironically, missed because the shooter was, I believe, arrested. So either they, like, yeah, they didn't even hurt him. We didn't know what the details were, but details are coming out now. Turns out that the guy had an AK style weapon. They believe that he had an AK style weapon. Secret Service saw it, shot at him, missed. Then the guy got away. A male with a high-powered rifle was seen near Mar-a-Lago Golf Course in Florida around 2 p.m. Two people familiar with the matter told CBS News. The man was pointing the rifle at the golf course where the former president was located at the time, and the U.S. Secret Service agents engaged in the suspect, firing multiple shots. They missed. Not only did they miss, but he got away, and then they made the arrest on I-95 in Martin County, Florida. Suspect at the incident at Trump's golf course was arrested on I-95. I believe they found him with drone footage or something. They were like scouring the area with drones. So the only shots that were fired in Trump's vicinity were actually fired from the Secret Service in the direction of the assailant. Donald Trump is fine. The shooter didn't shoot at him. He didn't miss. He didn't get the opportunity to. We don't even know if he's like fucking regular Florida man or was like actually a dude. Because like that's the one thing. That's the one thing in the United States of America that is so crazy. Like it could be a Florida man. You know what I mean? Because we don't know. Like, was he like actually aiming the AK-47 in the vicinity of the golf course? Is he just like a regular Florida guy hanging out? I don't know. Because it's Florida. It's Florida. So I don't know. That's what's so goddamn crazy about the situation. They brought Wolf Blitzer back into the studio. The man can't have days off. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
About it himself. He called Donald Trump and spoke.
He was probably having his fucking mocktails again on Sunday, and he's like, "Oh God."
Happened the attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania, when Donald Trump was on stage at his rally. The security around him has been incredibly tight. I mean, they ramped it up more so. You can see that reflected in his rallies when he's on stage now, and they have the protective glass in front of him, or at the Republican convention when he spoke on stage. You saw two agents on each side of the stage, which isn't normally the case. They're not normally up there with him, but they've only really increased this. And of course, Wolf, I should note, this is all coming.
You think when Donald Trump heard the shots, in his mind, he was thinking, I really hope it's an undocumented immigrant? Like for a brief moment, you know what I mean? Like, cause like the first thought probably is like, oh shit, it's happening again. Oh my God, I'm pissing my pants. I'm shitting in my diapers. But like the second thought's gotta be, for a brief moment, it's like, oh, I hope it's an undocumented immigrant. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're gonna kill them all. That type of shit. You know what I mean?
Of Palm Beach. That's where the Mar-a-Lago Beach Club is. That's where you've seen the events, the parties that he has, the meetings. And it is across a bridge that you just saw the motorcade come over about
his first thought was, Viktor Orban's gonna be so sad. I can't die. Viktor Orban might get sad.